Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm looking back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collegeville High School. It's a gorgeous Thursday evening here in the first week of October as we are still celebrating homecoming week here at Collegeville High School, and it'll conclude tomorrow with tomorrow night's football game, but we're playing a different kind of football here tonight. Boys soccer action getting ready to take place between your Collegeville Kahawks and the Belleville East Lancers, and we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collegeville. Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collegeville at 410 Regency Center just off of the Beltline Road in Collegeville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online chiropracticworkscollegeville.com. Kahawks come into this contest with an overall record of 13-3-2. They are 7-1 in Southwestern Conference play. Belleville East, they are at 7-9-1 on the year, and they are 3-5 in conference play. Kahawks coach Rob Lugie in his fifth season brings with him a winning record of 77 wins, 30 losses, and 4 ties. Ron English is in his second year as the head coach of Belleville East, and he has a record of 13 wins, 15 losses, and 2 ties. Kahawks are riding a 9-game winning streak. They have not lost a game since the 1-0 home loss here to CBC, and that was back on the September 11th weekend. So Kahawks are really stepping up at the right time as we head into the final week of the season, and I had a chance to catch up with Coach Rob Lugge just a little bit ago. We talked a little bit about homecoming, and of course we talked a lot about soccer and this 9-game winning streak, and we'll pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. It's a beautiful October evening, and we're going to play some soccer. Collinsville taking on Belleville East as the season is winding down, and Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge joining us on the pregame show now. Coach, 9-game winning streak, and the last time you played, the JV team scored 11 goals. The varsity team scored 5, so altogether that's 16-0. So we're not going to talk about the lack of offense this time, are we?
No, we still probably will. But it was one game. It was one good game. But we still have a lot more to go, and we need to be able to score goals more often than we do.
All right, talk to me a little bit about the game. 5-0 seems like a pretty good lead. Tell me, break it down into two halves. What did you see? What did you like? What did you didn't like?
We came out strong. We denied them the opportunity to advance the ball up the field. We played really well defensively. I'd say, 20 minutes into the half, we got our first goal. And then I don't remember if we got two. I think we had a second one before half. We did. We got a second one before half. We were maintaining possession. We moved the ball well. So we were able to get some players on the field who, need some minutes, get to see some things before the playoffs. And we scored 3 good goals in the second half as well.
Talk to me about the mirror, if you will, of the JV team and the varsity team. You guys are 13-3-2. They're 13-3-3. You guys are almost mirroring each other here.
Yeah, no, it's been a good year for the whole program, and our freshman team has a winning record. So, all 3 levels are doing well. The JV scores more goals than we do, which is a good thing. That's a good thing for the future. It's good to see, especially for how hard the boys work on all levels.
You have a opportunity here tonight with the win over Belleville East to at least clinch a tie for the Southwestern Conference Championship. So speak about that for a moment.
Yeah, that's always a good thing to be, a champion in your conference. Now our goal is to be the lone champion in our conference. So while winning tonight will be tough. Belleville East is a good game. We hope to get out of here with a victory and then prepare for. We'll not jump over Saturday, but really prepare for O'Fallon on Tuesday.
Yeah, and you got a little help from O'Fallon this past Tuesday.
Yeah, that was a wild game. I love the, how everybody streams games now. So I had a little bit of time yesterday, so I didn't need much time. I watched the last 5 minutes of that game, and it was pretty crazy.
You also have gotten some recognition from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Their top 10 list includes you at number 7. Triad's in there. Edwardsville's in there. So 3 out of the top 10 teams in the St. Louis area are from the metro side. So speaks volumes about the talent over here as far as soccer is concerned.
Oh, for sure. And O'Fallon's got to be close to getting on there as well, especially, next week after their win on Tuesday. Soccer over here it's high quality. Anybody can make a run, especially when going up north. While they have talent there, I think we get overlooked down here. Triad's going to make a big run. Anybody from our conference could do it. So there's definitely quality around here.
All right, so what are you looking for here? You've got a week left until the season ends before you head to Alton for the playoffs. So what are you trying to accomplish? You already got your seed. You're set there. So what are you trying to accomplish from here on out?
Not develop bad habits, continue to play simple, move the ball, and really work on getting shutouts. I think that's the goal from now on, is just defend as well as we possibly can and get as many shutouts as we can in the air.
You got one of those shutouts against Belleville East at their place earlier in the year, a 1-0 shutout. So do you expect tonight's game to be as tough as that one?
Yeah, for sure. The last 3 times we played Belleville West, we went to either overtime and PK or 2 overtime, double overtime, and 1 in PKs. They play well against us and they work hard, and their goalie's gigantic, so it makes it even more difficult to score goals. So hopefully we can get one in, maintain possession, move the ball, and just defend as well as we possibly can.
Have you and the boys been able to have some fun and enjoy homecoming week?
They have. As a coach, there's only so much fun you can have, and my goal is to get them to maintain focus. That was my biggest fear with the parade today. While I want them to have fun and enjoy it, I need them to focus because we have games to win.
How much fun is this fall, man? You guys are on a 9-game winning streak. The football team's undefeated. How much fun is this school having right now?
A lot. It's nice to see everybody, having success. We typically we have pretty good years, but we're having a good year for us. Football's doing amazing, so it's great to see. It's good for morale. It's good for the students to have somebody to continue to root for.
All right, what do you want to see out of your guys tonight?
Like I said, shutout. If we have a shutout, that means we did something good, and we probably end up with a win.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob Lugie, your Collinsville Kahok boys soccer head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we will set the starting lineups for you, and if we have some time, we'll shoot some more names.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys' haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium. I am Todd Duke. We're just about ready to go here between Collinsville and Belleville East. And we welcome in Mr. Brett Borm. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Ready for the final week of the soccer season?
No, actually, I'm not. I would like it to keep going.
Well, we're going to keep on going now. We'll have some playoff games.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic year to be a part of so far.
It has.
Kahawks are on a great run, 9 wins in a row. Hopefully they still got their best soccer ahead of them.
Yeah. All right. Thoughts on the coach's comments?
Can you ever disagree with Coach Luggie?
No, I never do.
No. He hits a nail on the head. You know, Collinsville's got to continue to find a way to score, and they need to start scoring early. What I'm seeing in the last 3, 4, 5 games, they're getting opportunity after opportunity in the first 10 minutes, and they're not capitalizing. I think if they score early, things bode well for the rest of the game.
All right, here are your starters. We'll begin with Belleville. Caleb Simpson in goal. He had a great game when we did the game out in Belleville East, only giving up the 1 goal. He's a pretty big force back there in between the post. Micah Allen out there as well as Luke Bell, Max McCullum, Braden Leonard, Will Keck, Josh Yenger, Jack Tock, Anton Mosley, Tanner Stinnett, and Gavin English. And for Collinsville, Jackson Perrell is in between the pipes. In front of him, you will find Dane Compton, Trey Peterson, Adam Reiniger, Justin Hammond, Landon Mahat, Jimmy Crowder, Bryson Bodie, Sam Garofalo, Aiden Hensler, and Alex Lorsbach. JV team won here earlier, so they are now 14-3-3 on the year, I think. Or they won their 13th. I think they're 1 game behind. 13th. Brandon Nygaard, Joey Morales, and Benny Peck all scored goals in that contest. Nygaard and Morales in the first half, and Peck in the second half. Belleville East scored their 1 lone goal with just a couple minutes left to go in the second half to give them that 3-1 lead. We are underway here. We have this game tonight, and then Tuesday we'll be back here for the game against O'Fallon. And then 1 week from tonight, St. Mary's is the season finale before we begin the playoffs the following week at Alton. Should be a fun time. Got the 5 o'clock game up there at Alton, so that'll be fun to get an early game in.
That was my first time at their stadium 2 nights ago. What a fantastic stadium that is. Great.
They played at the public stadium, the football stadium.
Public stadium. What great character that place has. That was really enjoyable place to watch a game.
Yeah, that's a home away from home this year. We've already done 1 football game there, and coming up a week from this Saturday, we have to go back there to play Alton Marquette, and then the following week we'll be there probably twice for Kahawk soccer.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I like that stadium too. It's very, it's got that unique feel to it, like a throwback 1920 stadium.
It's exactly what it felt like down there in the bowl. Almost felt like the old football bowl on Vandalia.
Yeah.
But
I live in that neighborhood now, ironically as it is.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, I used to go play around over here. There used to be a tunnel that connected the football stadium to the high school over there, and spent some time down in that tunnel. That was always a before school thing.
I used to ride my bike through that tunnel as a young buck.
Yeah. All right, we're underway here. I guess we'll start talking about some soccer. How about that? Yeah, I'm sure the folks would like that. All right, nice move by Sam Garofalo. Garofalo cuts it across midfield and trying to scoot the ball up to Reiniger, and Reiniger got turned around, and the ball ended up going off the back of his heel, so Belleville East will take over. Belleville East is in the white uniforms. They have the blue numbers on the backs and the fronts. Collinsville, of course, the purple team out there. They have the white numbers on the fronts and the backs. Jackson Perrell just sent the ball out of his goal crease area. He's dressed all in black, and the Belleville East goalkeeper has on the black shorts and the bright Dayglow green jersey and socks.
What's that color again?
Dayglow green?
Dayglow green.
Dayglow? I don't know. Looks like a highlighter. Highlighter green. We'll call it highlighter green. Leading scorer for Collinsville, Adam Reiniger. He has 10 goals on the year. Jalen Wade, who does not get the start, we'll see him a little bit later. He is right behind with 6. Braden Leonard is the leading goal scorer for Belleville East. He has 5 goals. And our goalkeepers' numbers look like this. Caleb Simpson, 1,180 minutes on the year so far. He's 7-5-2. 6 shutouts to his credit. All of them have been solo shutouts. And he has allowed 21 goals for a 1.42 goals against average. And he has made a whopping 142 saves on the year. Is that right, or is that a typo?
I don't know. He's been pretty good every time I've seen him.
Man, that's a lot of goals, man. A save percentage there of around 87% as Simpson scoops up another one. And Jackson Perrell's numbers, 1,220 minutes. He has 11-3-2, 7 shutouts, 5 of those solo. The other 2 he has shared with Kai Serrano. And 13 goals allowed by Jackson Perrell. That gives him a goals against average of .85, and he's made 52 saves, and the save percentage is right at 80%. 4 minutes in, no score yet between Collinsville and Belleville East. Here is Dane Compton moving the ball up, gets it onto the foot of Bryson Bodie. Now over to Hensler. Hensler moves it up the line to Trey Peterson. Peterson's on a little bit of a hot streak. He scored 3 goals in his last 2 games.
Yeah, Trey's looked really good. He's getting up into the play more. If you remember right, Todd, he started as a wing back in the 4-back system Coach Luggie was running. He was getting him up the field, but now he's actually starting him up as a midfield or a winger, and he's getting his chances to score.
Yeah, he's got to put that speed to use is what he's doing.
Absolutely. Jalen Wade's another player we got to get going. He's getting his chances, but he's just not been able to capitalize in the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, that one bounced off of Perrell, and he left a juicy rebound out there, but thankfully for him, Alex Lorsbach was the only one within distance, and he happens to play for our team, so no harm, no foul there. Canucks going for their 10th win in a row, and if they win here tonight, they'll clinch at least a tie for the Southwestern Conference with that big game looming Tuesday against O'Fallon. That would be, if Fallon wins, then it will be a tie for the conference, but if Collinsville can pull out the victory, then the Canucks would get the solo crown in the Southwestern Conference this year.
They definitely hold their destiny in their own hands.
They sure do. Here is Compton. Compton will send it over to the far side for Hensler, and Hensler moves the ball up. Trying to get it away over there is Hammond, but it just kind of ping-ponged off a couple of players. Now Hammond off of him and straight into his bench. 34-25 left to play here in this first half. We're underway a little late. Homecoming today and homecoming parade. Homecoming's been all week. Homecoming parade today was at 4:30, so they let all of the sports teams participate in that, and therefore they pushed back the start of this game. So JV usually starts at 5. They started at 6. And varsity usually starts at 6:30. They started at 7:30 or around there. Brady O'Neill chimes in on the old chat box. He said, Coach Luggie is never wrong. Truer statement never said. Good job there, Mr. Borm.
All right. Looks like Jay Wade just checked into the game.
He did.
Spoke about.
So, a little bit more firepower out there, and he starts heading forward and trying to get a scoring opportunity, but I'm telling you what, that was a nice stiff play over there by Jack Tock for Belleville East and kept weight off of that ball. Here is Compton once again. Compton on the near sideline, right past Bodie, and it goes up to the middle circle to Mahat. Mahat sends it all the way across the way to Reiniger. Reiniger, he'll try to streak up the sideline, but he had some competition coming behind him as Braden Leonard, the Lancers' leading goal scorer, caught up with him. Now in the middle of the field, trying to catch up with it is Bodie, and he spins and can't get up to it, and the ball is taken off of his leg by Gavin English, and English will send it down the field, but it'll bounce into the box, and Jackson Perrell will scoop it up with no problem at all. got the old huddle camera doing the duty tonight. Hope that everything works out, and we've looking like we finally got all the bugs fixed, and things are operating a little bit more on the smooth side here tonight.
Frees me up a little bit.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Simpson ready to send it out for Belleville East. High fly all the way down into the Lancers offensive zone, but Collinsville's defense puts a stop to that right away. Now back over to this side, Jimmy Crowder with it. Crowder sends it back to Lorsbach, and then Lorsbach tried to send it back, but that was intercepted. Now off of Lorsbach's leg and out of bounds, so a throw-in coming up here for the Lancers, and that is Gavin English, the coach's son.
Pretty decent player himself.
Uh-huh. There it is. Like, where's all my information? In the ball goes, and Hensler sends it out to the opposite direction. Play kind of stuck here at midfield. Couple of entries into the offensive zone by both teams, but no real shots on goal yet. And now a whistle will stop the action. 31:45 left to play. So since the 1-0 win that Collinsville put on Belleville East at their place, the Lancers have mustered only 2 wins. The next game they beat Alton 4-0, and then they followed that with 3 straight losses. 2 of them conference losses to O'Fallon and Edwardsville. The other loss was a non-conference loss to Altoff. And they beat Belleville West on Tuesday night at home 3-2. So East comes in here having broke that 3-game losing streak and looking to put together a winning streak. Collinsville on the other side of it. They have a 9-game winning streak heading into this one. Outscoring their opponents in those 9 games 26-5. That includes 5 shutouts in the 9 games. 2 goals allowed over the last 6 games, and back-to-back shutouts Monday and Tuesday on the road at Jabot and then at Alton. And one of those shutouts was a 0-0 win at Belleville East on September 16th. We told you about that game. So a number of shutouts. Coach Lee apparently wants to see more of those.
He made that abundantly clear in the pregame.
Collinsville with a chance here just outside the box on the left side, and a nice move by Crowder. He comes in, centers it, and it's in! Nice assist by Crowder, and what do you know?
Peterson.
Trey Peterson now has 4 goals in his last 3 games.
Right place at the right time. Beautiful move by Jimmy Crowder. Beats that defender on the end line, slots that pass right there about the 6-yard box for Peterson to bang it home. Great ball.
Sure was. Jimmy Crowder did some nice work there on that left wing, and he centered that one perfectly. So the Kahawks jump out front first. 30-30 left to play here in this first half, so we got a long way to go. But we like the start. And for Trey Peterson, that is his 5th goal of the year.
He's quickly climbing up.
He is
climbing up the scoring sheet, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to catch up with Jalen Wade soon.
Yep. Might be hard pressed to catch up to Reiniger, but he's playing well.
Jimmy Crowder picks up his 5th assist. So Crowder now with 13 points on the year. And Belleville East trails on the first shot on goal, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, first shot on goal for either team, and it goes in. So Belleville East already playing from behind. They have control of the ball over on the far side. Lancers trying to move it up, and doing so is Leonard. Tried on that side, and he comes back over to this side. Now we have a whistle on the play, and it's going to turn into a free kick for the Kahawks.
Looks like an offside on Anton Mosley and over and back.
And the referee wasn't ready yet. You got to wait for him to blow his whistle.
Well, Collinsville scored real quick on 2 restarts in the last several games. One there in Edwardsville where Bryson Bodie had scored that goal at the end. And then I can't remember who it was last week who real quick restart, goal. Caught the defense sleeping.
There is Lorsbach. Comes from the near to the far and passes it over to Hensler. Hensler runs himself up. Gives it up to Peterson. Peterson sends it up into the front of the box. Nice pass to Sam Garofalo. Garofalo moves in from the right wing. He centers it, and Reiniger tried a back kick, and he missed it, but that was another opportunity for Collinsville. There's a little lob shot that Caleb Simpson takes before anyone can get there. That was almost another opportunity to score there for Collinsville.
Yep, if Bryson Bodie could have got that ball settled, maybe took a touch, he would have had a better chance.
28:45 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahok's looking for 10 wins in a row, and more importantly, a little momentum carrying them into the final week of the season and into the playoffs. They're playing some good soccer here as of late, that's for sure.
They sure are.
Here's Wade. And now with it is Mahat. Mahat splits one defender and rolls past another one, and now we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a free kick for Collinsville, and this one's going to be a little closer, about 30 yards away.
This is definitely goal-scoring territory. There's the quick start
There's
we've been talking about.
Yep, and here comes another goal-scoring opportunity, but that one, I think that Garofalo was trying to just tick the ball up a little bit and then chase it down for a centering pass, but he kicked it too far and he never could chase it down.
Yeah, Mahat's been real good at reading that defense, seeing if they're picking up that outside runner, getting that restart into play real quick, and we're catching that defense sleeping.
Ball comes out to Micah Allen for the Lancers. He moves the ball up, and then it ricochets off of Mahat, and then Reiniger tried to chase it down, but he couldn't. And now we have a substitution for the Lancers as Adam McCory comes into the game for the first time, and heading to the bench is Josh Yanger. I don't want to see number 25 for Belleville East come out, as I will have no idea how to say his name. His last name is 2 letters, B-A, Ba. So that's easy. First name, M-O-U-H-A-M-A-D-O-U.
I'm sure you can figure it out.
I'll just call him Ba. All right, here is Bodie. Bodie sends the ball up and knocked down by Belleville East. Almost could have been a hand call there because it bounced off a foot and hit one of the upper extremities, but no call. And now Collinsville chasing it down in their defensive zone all the way on the far side. Here is Hensler. Hensler moves it up the line, gets it onto the foot of Crowder. Crowder tries to step past and does a pretty good job of that of Mosley, as Mosley was trying to come in for a nice tackle, and that ball scoots all the way up into the box. No problem there for Simpson. He'll pick it up and send it back out into the night sky. Beautiful night out here, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I thought we were going to get some rain earlier, but looked like we snuck by.
Yeah, held off just in time for that homecoming parade. Whistle. Ball belongs to Belleville East. They'll have a free kick here from about 50 yards away. Taking the kick is going to be Jack Tock, senior defender for the Lancers. And the ball on the way, and it's down and across the end line. Off of a head and across the end line.
Dangerous ball.
25:40 left to play here in this first half. And Jackson Perrell ready to send it back out. He does so on a line drive, low line drive. And a nice tip from Mahat over to Reiniger, and Reiniger sends it back over to Mahat. And then over on the far side to Hensler. Hensler streaks up the far sideline, looking for and finding one of his teammates, then back over to Jimmy Crowder. Lancers take over at midfield. Hensler steals the ball away, gets it over to Bodie. Bodie with a little side kick all the way up to Mahat, and then Mahat gets tripped up, no call. And then the Lancers kick it out of bounds anyway, so regardless of the call or not, Collinsville gets the ball back. Lorsbach with a nice strong throw in, trying to find Wade. He does so. Wade kicks it in midair and tries to find a teammate. Instead, it comes down to midfield. Mosby, he'll try to take care of it for Belleville East, but Lorsbach gets in the way, and then Lorsbach had to go off the opposite foot out of bounds, and a throw in coming up here for Gavin English. English throws it in front of the box and off of a head into the box, but a one bouncer right to Jackson Perrell. 24-20 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Did you get to hear or check out any of that game online between Edwardsville and O'Fallon the other night?
No, but I got some text messages from some Edwardsville parents that I'm close with who said it was just absolutely crazy.
3 goals in the final 3 minutes for O'Fallon to pull out the win. Man.
Well, you remember when we played O'Fallon, and did we do that game?
Mm-hmm. At O'Fallon?
Yeah. Remember that there was that questionable goal on the throw-in that a lot of parents thought that it did not deflect. However, the referee called it a deflection that went in. 2 of those in the last 3 minutes for that Edwardsville game against Edwardsville.
Really? So they got a little taste of their own medicine, huh?
They did, and it was quite the controversy. Let's just say that.
Huh. That was Tuesday night. I was over in the gym doing some volleyball. And Collinsville with the lead. Oh, boy, actually, that was close to being a breakaway there. Now a ball gets away and rolls over to Simpson before Crowder could get there. That was so close to being a 1-versus-1.
Yeah, it was. Actually, almost a 2v1.
Yeah. I thought Crowder was going to get it and start taking it in himself. But
so did I.
Back out to midfield it goes, and sending the ball up is Luke Bell. That's picked off by Collinsville. Here is Bodie. Bodie gets the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo over on the sideline for Peterson. Peterson has the lone goal in this game. Pops one in front of the box, trying to feed Reiniger with it in front of that bubble at the top of the box, but didn't quite get there. And now the Lancers try to save it from going out of bounds, but unable to do so. And it'll be another throw in here for Collinsville as Justin Hamann checks back into the game. Jimmy Crowder will go to the bench. And the throw in comes back to the defense. Dane Compton with it. Compton looks around, sends the ball over to Hensler on the far sideline in between the 2 benches. Across midfield, sends it up the sideline, trying to spring Trey Peterson for another fast break, but led him a little too far, and the angle went out of bounds, so stays where it is. 22 minutes to play here in this first half, 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. There's Garofalo with a shot, and then off of the head of the defender, Allen, and comes all the way out to this near side. And Reiniger got away with one there, man.
Yeah.
All the way back to midfield. Lorsbach lets it roll down his chest. Ticks it over to Bodie. Bodie sends it back over to Mahat. Mahat puts on a nice spin move to get rid of his defender, and he'll send it back to his own defense. And Compton. Compton sends it up to Bodie in the midfield circle. Popped into the front of the box, and Peterson over there trying to chase it down on that right wing. He'll send one in the middle, and that's off of a Lancer player, and we're going to have our first corner kick of this game.
Would have been a nice serve. Belleville East defender got just a piece of it to knock it out of bounds. Could have been another. Here's another quick restart.
Yeah, there is.
Catching him sleeping.
There is a try by the Kahawks, and I don't think that Mahat could get there fast enough as that ball rolls out to midfield, and now it's going to get past the defenders. On the run is English. He comes in from the left side and gets taken out. No call on the play, and wisely it should have been no call. It was just a bunch of guys running for the ball. Now a whistle is happening, and it's a call against the Lancers.
Well, that was a great opportunity for the Lancers, 1v1, but fortunately, I don't know if that was Hamann or who caught him from behind, but it was pretty fortunate we did. That could have been a goal-scoring opportunity.
I believe that was Hamann.
Was it Hamann?
Yeah. Had 3 of them right around English as he was running up with the ball. There's Bodie sending the ball over to Hensler. Hensler to Peterson in front of his bench. Tries to spring Wade, and Wade runs into a Lancer defender. He ran right into Jack Tock, and ball comes back out for Hensler. Hensler sends it up again for Peterson. Peterson, he'll send it into the box, trying to find Reiniger off of a defender. Comes down. Reiniger trying to chase it down, trying to get around Allen, and he couldn't, but the ball ends up out of bounds. Collinsville with a quick throw in. Here's Mahat. Does it quickly to Garofalo. Garofalo back to Mahat. He'll send it up to the front of the box, and it comes down, and almost a misfire there by both defender and offense for Collinsville, but it comes down for Peterson. Peterson tries to send it into Wade, but Lancers kicking on out of there. Now a try by Mosley. Mosley sends it out to the middle of the field where he finds Stinnett. Stinnett, he works the ball up and then to midfield and to English. English trying to spring free. He gets pressured from behind by Bodie. John's over to his right, and he's trying to keep the ball away from Lorsbach, and Lorsbach just takes it.
Yep. Great defense by Alex Lorsbach.
And I thought for a minute Justin Hamann was going to be able to push forward and spring a couple of our forwards into some scoring action, but he couldn't corral the ball down, and Belleville East ends up taking care of it, and they'll send it out of bounds.
Jimmy Crowder checking it back into the game
Yeah,
out on the wing.
He didn't stay on the bench long, did he?
Nope. A
little breather, a little drink of water, good to go. back out there. 18:40 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. That was the final score between these two teams back in September when they met at Belleville East. Now we'll have a foul, and this one is going to go against Collinsville. And that goal in that game came late.
Yes, it did.
So we get an early goal here. Hopefully we'll get some more. It took us a while to get that one in there.
That was the key I said at the beginning is we got to score first and we got to score early.
Well, we did score first and we did score early.
Yeah.
Now we have to hope we continue.
Right.
Into the box it goes and down. That was almost dangerous. Comes right out for Hensler, though. Hensler will take care of it, and he'll send it all the way back out to midfield. Popped straight up there, and then one of the midfielders for Belleville East sends it all the way back, and Simpson will boot it back into the Lancers' offensive zone. But Collinsville, they're there on the defense. They don't let it get very farther until now. English sends the ball up, but no one there to help him out wearing the white uniforms. So Peril will take over and send the ball over here to Lorsbach. Lorsbach. We'll see him on the basketball court here in about a month.
Yes, we will. Great athlete, multi-sport athlete, good kid, good student.
All the way over to Peterson on the far side of the field, but he couldn't corral it. The only way he could have is if he used his hands. Just one of those weird bounces that he couldn't get a body part on. Coming up on 17 minutes left to play here in this first half. Trey Peterson's goal, about 9.5 minutes in, has been the only scoring thus far. Lancers in front of the Kahawks bench. Nope. Knocked it out of bounds. Collinsville's ball.
Looks like Coach Lugie trying to get his players a little bit of rest, your starters.
Yep, Garofalo goes out.
Hammond's back out. Borm's in.
Back to action. Reiniger sends it into the middle, and now back over to Borm. And Borm, a little side kick, sends it back over to Mahat. And Mahat over this way now for Lorsbach. Lorsbach looks things over, sends one into the front of the box, and a chance for Peterson to chase it down. Over there on that right wing, he looks to center. He does so. It's down in front, but Wade couldn't get a boot on it, and it's sent out of bounds by the Lancers, and Collinsville will have a throw-in. And it's done quickly by Peterson to Mahat. And Mahat, far sideline, back to the middle for Bodie. Bodie, he'll send it up to Borm. Borm will send it back to Lorsbach, and Lorsbach once again will survey things and see where he wants to put it. Just up the line to Crowder. Crowder tried to thread the needle to Wade, but that was knocked out by Allen. And Collinsville back at it again, and now Reiniger gets taken down, and Collinsville's going to get a free kick here from about 15, 17 yards out. Referee wasn't ready yet. Collinsville keeps on trying to catch these teams, trying to get in position. Yeah.
Yep. It's worked twice, I can tell you that. Now, I would like to see Landon Mahat bend this ball. He's in perfect scoring distance, bend this ball back post.
20 yards away, offset to the right of Simpson.
Simpson's big. He might need to go near post.
There's a bouncer that skips right to him. And the Lancers avoid another goal-scoring opportunity here by Collinsville.
Simpson's got a bomb.
He does.
Holy moly.
Not much of a wind at all here tonight.
No.
And with the crispness to the air, there's no humidity to keep that ball slowed down either, so it's going to travel. Kinetic energy, you know.
Is that what that is?
Something like that. I don't know.
Did you learn that at Collinsville High School science class?
Yeah, because I'm the one dissecting the science book and coming up with quizzes and tests. So, yeah, I get to learn a few things along the way as well. Out of bounds it goes. And a substitution, one by each team. As the Lancers look like they're bringing in Caden O'Connor. And Garofalo will check back in. Jalen Wade will head to the bench. Caden O'Connor, he comes in for Jack Tock. Throw in coming up here for Mahat. Mahat to Garofalo. Back over to Mahat. Mahat changed shoes. His shoes have been pink all year. Now they're green.
He got some new ones.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
There's Hensler. Up to Peterson. Peterson sidesteps past one defender, puts the ball up, trying to find Reiniger, and then Peterson slides into the ball, trying to keep that forward momentum going, but Belleville East stood their ground and came away with it. Over here to this side now. Belleville East, and that's taken away by Bodie, and he'll send it back to Compton. Compton over to Hensler. Hensler moves up, gives it up to Peterson. Peterson was trying to thread the needle and give it to Borm, and he just didn't get there because he got it blocked out by a couple of shins.
It was great defense there by East.
Yeah. Ball sent up to Mahat. Back over this way now for Crowder. Crowder kicks the ball out of bounds, trying to spring Garofalo here on this near side sideline. Crowder assisted on the only goal of the game so far by Peterson. Lorsbach, what a nice play that was. Went up in the air to get that one. Lancers defense takes it over, and here is Micah Allen, and he'll knock the ball out of bounds. Collinsville will have a nope. It's going to be a throw in for the Lancers. Yep. Micah Allen, freshman defender for the Lancers. He's a pretty big freshman.
Is that number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good sized kid.
Yeah, he is. And an opportunity here for the Lancers. Here is English again, and oh, what a nice move by Compton. Compton stoned him on that play. Oh, I thought that Reiniger was going to have a chance to sneak past the defense.
Somehow English snuck by Aiden Hensler there on that right side.
Yeah. Comes all the way back out to midfield now. Settling it down is Stinnett. Now back at midfield. McCullum. Over this way for Machori. Now a whistle on the play. 11:30 left to play here in this first half. Trey Peterson with the only goal thus far. And that came 9 minutes and 30 seconds into this contest. Got a big game here for you tomorrow night, too. Homecoming game, football. Collinsville looking to go 7-0 on the year. And further, clinch an opportunity for a home playoff game. They clinched a playoff game with the win over Granite City last Friday. Homecoming won't be easy. Mount Zion's a good team. They come in at 4-2 tomorrow.
Yeah, what an exciting season that's been. I'm sure it's been a joy for you to be a part of.
It has, man. After the first 10 years of doing seasons where I, don't get to call a win at all, or 1, 3. But yeah, this has been quite the pleasant surprise, and I am kind of enjoying every minute of it.
That's awesome.
Here is Peterson over on the far side, just inside the box, puts one toward the goal, and a very aware save there by Simpson. Kept that one from sneaking in the far post.
Caleb Simpson's turned out, he's a great goalkeeper. I wouldn't be shocked if he's first team all conference.
Back out to midfield, and Collinsville trying to track it down. They do. Mahat over to Hensler. Hensler right at midfield to Peterson. Peterson sends it back to Mahat, and Mahat tried to send it over through the front part of the defense, but that ball got ricocheted, and the Lancers took it over and almost had a scoring opportunity themselves. 3/4 of the way through this first half. 30 minutes down, 10 minutes to go. All the way back out to midfield and beyond. He gets past Allen, and Allen will just send the ball out of bounds.
Kahawks need to get one more goal here before the end of the half.
That'd be nice. I'd take it. Here's Bodie. Sends it back to Lorsbach. Lorsbach all the way over to Hensler. Hensler, he was trying to force it to Crowder, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, he was totally marked. That probably would have been a better choice to go long on that ball.
Comes into the front of the box, and Perrell will pick it up. Roll the ball out to his left to find Alex Lorsbach. Lorsbach. God, he's a senior already? Things like I was just calling his sophomore year in basketball, like, what, last year? No, it was 2 years ago, Todd. There was a feed into the corner. Oh, and they didn't get it out. I thought for a moment there that Peterson was going to have a chance to get that ball back, but Bodie does until he runs right into Stinnett. Now Bodie has to go back and chase it down. He'll give it to his defense. Yep. Here's Lorsbach at midfield. Off of a body and over to Mahat. Mahat Sends the ball into the night sky, and it'll take a bounce into the box, and a one-hopper right to Simpson.
You know, Todd, you got to think, going back, talking about Lorsbach being a sophomore, the last real full season you probably did was when would have been their state year if he was a sophomore, you know? So that the lost COVID year pretty much, and so just
I think maybe that's why I just think of him as a maybe he should be a junior this year.
Yeah.
Why don't we just redshirt the whole year? 8:15 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. English and Jack Tock come back into the game for the Lancers. Throw in front of the Lancers bench. And Hensler will pop it right up into the air, and it comes back down. Hensler just turns around and lets it hit off his backside up to Crowder. Crowder has the assist on the goal by Peterson. Back will go to Hensler, trying to spring it out to Wade. Wade on the far side sideline. Lancers have all kinds of defenders back, and Reiniger gets past all of them, cuts back toward the middle, and then almost does the splits there on that wet turf. It's probably wet by now with the dew in the air.
That was well played by Anton Mosley back
Sure
there.
was.
It looks like he's moved back to the defense.
Here's Peterson. Puts on a move. Gets it back over to Crowder. Crowder up into the box and sent back out. Reiniger was up there trying to settle it down. He can't. Crowder's still in there trying to force it into the box. And the Lancers will send it back out to midfield, and Hensler will take over. Hensler sends it over to this side for Lorsbach. Lorsbach, he'll send the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo to Bodie. Kahok's got something going on. Oh, there was a block in the back, and that aided the efforts there by the Lancers defense, and Collinsville didn't ever get a shot on goal. Thought they were going to get something cooking there. They had about 4 guys coming up.
Yeah, they sure did.
Peterson sends the ball back and off of a body and rolls into the Kahok bench, and a throw in for Hensler. He'll throw it back to Compton on defense. Compton sends it over to Peterson.
Nice ball by Compton.
Peterson comes in on the right wing, sends one to center, and he's trying to find Wade for a header there in the middle, but that was blocked out by Belleville East Anton Mosley. There's a little stalemate there between those two. They kind of both got to the ball at the same time and both kicked the ball at the same time, and no one moved. 6 minutes to go here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And a free kick coming up here for the Kahawks. It'll be Mahat. Mahat pops it into the front of the box. Headed out by Mosby.
Hammer.
Yep.
Dang it.
And once again into the Kahawk bench. Coach Lugie takes care of it.
Gavin Knoll entering the game for the first time tonight.
Good old Gavin.
Gavin had himself a goal or 2 goals at Alton. I can't
Move
remember.
this out of your way so you stop banging your microphone on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all right. I'm not using it right now anyway. Not at the moment. Quinn Enriquez checks into the game for the Lancers for the first time, and Gavin Knoll for Collinsville. So a couple of newbies getting a little varsity action here tonight, as Simpson is ready to send the ball back out to midfield. He does. And right down the midfield it goes. Being chased down by Garofalo. Garofalo will send the ball up to Gavin Knoll. And back to Garofalo. He didn't get enough on it to get it to Lorsbach, though, and that almost springs Enriquez, but another nice play by Lorsbach. He's had a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, he's so steady.
And up to the front, knocked back out. Coming down for Crowder. Crowder trying to get the ball past his defender. Couldn't do so. The ball kind of stuck up in the air there for a minute. And now the Lancers defense will send it out right by the Kahawks bench. Coming back, Gavin Knoll almost was ready to chase that one down. Comes all the way out to midfield for Bodie. Bodie. He'll send it back to his defense and Dane Compton. Compton back to Bodie. Peterson over on the far side gets the feed right back. Sidesteps the defender, and he and Mahat play catch for a little bit with it. Now back over here for Lorsbach as we have about 3:40 left to play here in this first half. Up to Mahat. And Mahat sends one down into the box, but it's going to take too big of a skip. And a nice job by Garofalo to keep it in bounds. He'll send it over to Gavin Null. Null, he'll race it back up the left wing, puts on the left-hand blinker, sends it into the front, and it settled down by Bodie for just a moment, but then stolen away there by Caden O'Connor. And Collinsville has to go back to midfield and regroup. They do so with Mahat. He sends the ball on up to Crowder. Crowder couldn't contain. And a couple of moves by Caden O'Connor. Looking like Fred Astaire out there. A couple of good dance moves by the kid. Back over to Compton. Compton stands his ground. Bodie gets away with one. And over to, and that was a nice little back kick there by Garofalo. Sends it over to Null. Null couldn't get it any farther. He's still fighting for it. They were trying to find Wade. And then it comes into the front of the box. And once again, Anton Mosley sends the ball up. Ball ends up going out of bounds.
Going back to Alex Lorsbach, what a steady player he is.
Yeah,
he's not flashy. Doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself, but he's just so steady on that defense for the Kahawks.
Collinsville trying to settle it down. Been a lot of play here in Collinsville's offensive zone, hasn't there?
Yep.
Here is Garofalo trying to get past Allen. He can't, but Wade takes over. Back to Garofalo. Garofalo gets pushed off the ball, but stays with it. Back over to Bodie. Bodie will send it over here to Lorsbach. Lorsbach, he'll poke it up the line, trying to spring Null. That ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a Collinsville throw-in. Lorsbach throws it into the front of the box, off the chest of Crowder. He pops it up, tries to get it back, and Crowder accidentally touched it with his hand. So it'll be a free kick coming up here for Belleville East, but from way downtown. 95 seconds left to play here in this first half. The only goal in the first half. Trey Peterson knocked in his fourth in his last 3 games.
Somebody needs to check and make sure Jackson Pearl's awake back there.
Yeah, I know. Simpson sends it into the offensive zone for the Lancers, but right off of the head of Compton, and it's right back to midfield. Compton's going to get another chance. Well, we didn't find him this time. And Hensler got there. Now the ball popped up, and Peril will have a little bit of work to do. Keep him awake. Final minute to play here in this first half. Collinsville has really owned big chunks of this first half, especially the last 10, 12 minutes they've spent in the offensive zone.
Yeah, most of the possession of this game has been by the Kahawks, and most of it's been in the offensive half.
Ball out of bounds, thrown in right in front of the Kahawk bench. Comes down from Mahat. Mahat turns around and sends it back to his defense. Compton, right on the Kahawk logo at midfield, will send it over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach, he'll pop the ball up, and it takes a little bit of a bend and comes down for Peterson. Peterson off of his body, but couldn't settle it down. Now ball be popped up out of bounds as we approach the final 15 seconds of this first half. To Bodie. Bodie splits the defense and then sends the ball up, and a foul that's going to be called against Caden O'Connor. Collinsville is not going to have enough time for a kick here as time is going to wind down, and that's the way that the first half comes to a close. Trey Peterson scores the first goal of the game, 9 minutes and 30 seconds in. We will have second half action coming up for you here in just a little bit on the Kahawk Sports Network. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as T-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, T-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more, to collectible items. Anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We're finishing up homecoming week. All week long, they've been celebrating homecoming here at Collinsville High School with different dress-up days. Today they had the big parade. And, of course, tomorrow they'll have the big homecoming football game. And we'll be here for that. 6:40 pregame coverage begins as Collinsville takes on Mount Zion. Collinsville comes in at 6-0 on the year, and Mount Zion will come in at 4-2, and Mount Zion probably a little bit angry as they will come in looking to rebound after a 1-point loss last Friday night at home to Effingham, and they lost 28-27. That would have made them 5-1 coming into tomorrow night's game, but instead they'll come in at 4-2. So that game again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air around 6:40 with pregame coverage, including the interview with Colton Rhodes, the Kahok head coach, who probably hasn't had to pay for a meal in about 3 weeks around these parts. Brett Borm rejoins us, and, well, we had not a lot to talk about because there was only one goal scored in the first half, but your thoughts on that first half?
First half thoughts. Collinsville dominated possession for, I would say probably 80% of the half. Didn't generate a whole lot of opportunities, maybe one or two. Fortunately, we cashed in on that one opportunity with Jimmy Crowder beating that defender of East on the end line and sliding Trey Peterson for a goal.
We are underway. Second half action between Collinsville and Belleville East. Kahawks looking for their 10th win in a row. Belleville East looking to win their second in a row after they just broke a 3-game losing streak Tuesday night with the win against Belleville West, their crosstown rivals. And here is Trey Peterson. Now we get to see Peterson on this side. I like it when he's on this side and I can see him.
Well, usually he's running so fast.
I know. Well, over on the far side, I can't. Yeah, he's running so fast. He's like goes by, and at least down here, I got my eye on him. At midfield we go. Collinsville up 1-0. Trey Peterson's 5th goal of the year and his 4th in his last 3 games. Kahawks had a 2-0 win over Jabot, and he scored both of those. Had 1 goal against Alton and 1 goal here tonight. So 4 goals in 3 games. And here is Peterson breaking in over here on this right wing. That one's knocked out of bounds. Collinsville keeps it. Peterson throws it in immediately to Crowder. Those two teamed up on the first goal of this game, the only goal of this game. Here's Peterson again. Threads the needle to Wade. Wade sends it right back to Peterson. Peterson in the middle and just outside the box. The shot by Crowder, and it goes wide. Or Garofalo, excuse me.
Yep. Sammy wasn't able to square up the hips. It was a kind of a spinning ball that was played to him from Trey Peterson. Just couldn't square up the hips and put it square on goal.
He didn't have a lot of defense around him, so he could have settled it down a little bit, got a better shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know that, though.
Right. Many players have got to be talking to you in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Get that 6th sense where you can feel people right around you. Collinsville, once again, trying to attack as Wade gets knocked off the ball. Here is Reiniger, 1-on-1. He shoots and scores. Reiniger picks up his team-leading 11th goal, and Collinsville leads 2-0.
Adam Reiniger so strong on the ball. Goes into that tackle, 2 foot, comes out with the ball. There he is, 1v1 with the East goalkeeper. Hammers it home.
That comes at 38:04 left. So just 1 minute and 56 seconds into this second half. And Collinsville increases their lead, 2-0. And with the lack of penetration by Belleville East into Collinsville's defensive zone to kind of challenge Jackson Peril, that might be a hard hill to climb.
Yeah. Collinsville defensively, they're so strong. Whether it's 3 backs, 4 backs, it doesn't matter. We're able to pretty much stonewall most of our opponents.
Simpson sends that one pretty much over at the vocational center.
Holy cow.
Man.
That is in the bleachers.
In the visitors' bleachers all the way over on the other side. And I think he hit like the third to the last row in the bleachers, or it would have been in the vocational parking lot. Collinsville stays in their offensive zone. Throw in comes from Garofalo. Garofalo throws it over everybody's head. He was trying to spring Mahat there and just barely missed out on that opportunity. Here's Peterson going back and playing a little defense. Now he'll send the ball up to Bodie at midfield. Bodie sends it on up, trying to spring someone free, but that ricocheted off a couple of bodies, and the Lancers will take over. They'll send it back to their defense. They'll put it into the offensive zone, but nothing but purple jerseys back there to take care of it. Here's Bodie once again. Over on the far side for Garofalo. Garofalo back up to Bodie. And Garofalo streaks up the sideline, trying to spring Wade over there on that left wing. Almost worked.
Just couldn't slot him.
Yep. Back to the defense we go. Lorsbach. We got the up-close personal look at him in the first half, so he'll be playing on that side of the field this time around. And kind of like
nice
that, we get to see a bunch of different players up close. Here's Garofalo again. He'll send the ball over to Lorsbach. Lorsbach. Up to Reiniger. So Reiniger picks up his 11th of the year. Peterson picks up his 5th. All the way over here to the near side. Taken over there by Luke Bell. And Bell sends the ball up. He was trying to spring Josh Yanger, but Collinsville's defense holds strong, takes over again. Here's Crowder. Or Compton, excuse me. Up to Mahat. Back over to Compton. Compton sends it over to Lorsbach. Compton holds steady, man. He's just a steady dude out there on defense.
You're right, man. I mean, I believe one of you talked about him in one of your pregame chats with Coach Lugie in the last week or two. And I think his exact words were he could go down as one of the best players he's had in his program over the last 6-7 years. So
yeah, and he's just a sophomore.
Yep, and
a couple more years of this kid's going to be fun to watch.
It's a pretty big compliment. I mean, he's not big, but he's strong.
Yeah.
And, he sees the field so well.
There is another chance for Collinsville, trying to spring Wade over there on that wing. He's being forced out by Allen. That ball ends up going across the end line, and Collinsville, they're going to say that it was off of Wade. Almost at the last minute, it looked like Micah Allen got there. But that's way far away from me to be seeing, clearly anyway. Caleb Simpson sends the ball back out to midfield, does so on the ground, though.
Handball.
And that was all time. Yep, that was a handball. I saw that pop up right into the hand of Jack Tock, so Collinsville. Woo.
There's that quick restart again.
Yeah. Trying to catch everybody off guard, including yours truly. I'm like looking at my roster. Next thing I know, they're playing ready for a free kick, and they're already underway. Mosby trying to track it down. He can't. Now Yanger out to midfield. Another chance for Collinsville. Here comes Crowder. Crowder sends the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to get the ball up for Wade. Instead, Reiniger throws it up to the goal, and Simpson gets fingertips on it and knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Kahawks.
Quality save by the East goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if that was going to go in or if that would have still gone wide, but he had to play it safe and tip it out.
Kahawks with 3 games left after tonight. They have Father McGivney here on Saturday. Fallon home on Tuesday, and then they will end their season 1 week from tonight against St. Mary's. And front, oh, that was almost in, but nice play by Simpson. He was in the right place at the right time. Lancers, they only have 2 games left after tonight. They have Carbondale and Belleville West left on their schedule. That's it. They will open the playoffs October the 20th versus Quincy, the number 5 seed. That'll be the game after our game against Alton. That takes place on October 20th.
Not sure the referee got that call correctly. I think Aiden Hensler was able to shield that East forward off the ball for it to ride out of bounds, but
Lancers are going to have their first corner kick of the night, huh?
Yeah.
And now the referees are going to go talk about it. And maybe. No, they're not going to change it, are they?
Doesn't look like it. So Quincy, who do they normally play, Todd? What's their conference? I don't know much about them. Do you?
Not really.
Okay.
I haven't seen Quincy in a soccer match since I think the last time we were in the playoffs in Springfield. That was maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
I wasn't sure what conference they compete in, if they play like mostly central teams or what.
There's a chance for Wade, breaking in on left wing. Oh, that was a good defensive play there. That ball goes across the end line, and Collinsville is going to get a corner kick. Who was that masked man? That was Will Keck. That was a nice defensive play on Wade.
Yep.
And the corner kick turns into a corner pass, and here is Crowder with a bender, and it's in! Oh, boy, he put a great bend on that one.
That goalkeeper was screened. He didn't even see that shot come off Jimmy Crowder's left foot, but boy, was he able to bend that ball back post.
You are not kidding. That was. Bend it like Crowder, man.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! The Western Big Six is the Quincy's division, but there's 8 teams. I never understand when they use numbers like that to name divisions. You know, like the Big 12 had 14 teams.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. So Crowder makes it 3-0. And for Jimmy, he has a goal and an assist here. So now he has 5 of each. 5 goals, 5 assists. Now he and Trey Peterson are tied with 5 goals each.
Boy. And Jay has?
Jalen Wade has 6.
6.
Yeah.
Well, they're creeping up on him.
They are. That was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, you and I could see it. We had a perfect vantage point.
We
of
had
that.
an awesome vantage point. You could see it bending and turning, and it was heading in the right direction. And the goalkeeper, Simpson, he was on this side of the post, not the other side.
Yeah. And he stood still.
Yeah, he didn't know where the ball was. And offside. Almost an opportunity for Mosby to come in alone against Jackson Peril. Peril shooting for his 8th shutout. And if he does so, it'll be the 6th solo shutout. He's got a little help on from Kai Serrano on a couple of occasions. I would imagine you might see a little Serrano on Saturday's game against Father McGivney.
I would think so.
Peril will get the whole game Tuesday against O'Fallon. And Serrano might see a little bit more action against St. Mary's 1 week from tonight. Got to get him some time out there just in case you need him, and let's hope you don't. But
keep him fresh.
Yeah. Keep him tuned up. We are about 10 minutes into this second half. Collinsville gets a goal early in the first half, 9.5 minutes in, and that was it. And then all of a sudden here in the second half, we got 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Here's Mahat. He's got some good moves, that kid does.
Yes, he does. He's a great ball distributor, quarterback in the middle of the field.
All the way over onto the far side sideline. Going to be a throw-in for Collinsville. Trey Peterson. No, they're going to wait for substitution, so Trey will have to do that throw-in all over again as Gavin Knoll will come in and take over for Adam Reiniger. And back into the game for Belleville East is Adam McTorrey. And back underway. Here's another opportunity for Bodie. Oh, boy, if he could have got past the one lone guy left, he would have had an awesome opportunity to add to this score.
Yep.
Here's Belleville East over on the far side sideline. Lancers are having a hard time just getting anything going. They move the ball into the offensive zone, and then Collinsville's defense shuts them down from there.
Yep. It's been a defensive clinic thus far.
Yeah. Up here underneath our location. Ball comes back into the Collinsville defense. Hensler sends the ball up. Collinsville now with that win on September the 16th in Belleville East has given Collinsville 17 wins against the Lancers over the last 22 years. Collinsville 17-5-3. You add the 1-1 playoff mark, and it's 18-6-3. When you're looking at the schedule for the playoffs, man, it's all set up. If Collinsville can win the regional at Alton and Edwardsville wins their regional at home, guess which 2 teams will be meeting here for the sectional? I like that we have the sectional here.
I do too.
Last time we had a sectional here, we had that big 2-1 win by Collinsville as the Kahok scored the winning goal with a couple of seconds left. Ended up marching all the way to state that year and coming home with a third-place trophy.
That was a great season, too.
Sure
that was a great team.
Here's Compton. Sends the ball over to Lorsbach. Got a couple of messages. Quincy, champions of their conference this year, from what I'm reading.
Okay. Good to know. Might see them.
And apparently that's a rarity for them to win their conference in soccer, so congratulations to the Blue Devils. Saw the top 10 soccer post by the Post-Dispatch. Collinsville's number 7. Triad, man. 16-0-1 on the year.
Yeah.
They have won every one of their games except for the tie against us.
That's crazy.
It is. Edwardsville's number 10 on that list, and knocking on the door on the outside is O'Fallon.
I'd like to play Triad again. I'd like to see them.
Yeah, well, they're in a different class, so we won't.
I know, no, but
Yeah,
that was an early.
Oh, that was the first game of the year.
Yeah, we weren't ourselves. We aren't what you see now.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, they've got a good soccer program over there. They have for a while. And the Lancers are trying to get themselves on the board here in this one. They trail 3-0. 26.5 minutes to play here in this second half.
Substitution number 19, Braden Bourne.
Of course, when the new rankings come out, O'Fallon might be in there after that win over Edwardsville.
Oh, I bet they will be.
Yeah.
Might see Edwardsville drop out.
You might. All over on the far side. Lorsbach sends it over to Compton. Compton over to Hensler. And Hensler will send it across the way back to Lorsbach. Up the line it goes. Borm trying to find Bodie. And the Lancers take over, but Lorsbach tries to take it back, right back, and he does. And now over on the far side, in front of the Lancers bench, Borm gets it up to Wade, but it just skips right past Wade. Wade tried to steal it right back, almost did so, but just had the ball go right past his foot.
He's got Borum playing a position he's not used to there on a left wing, typically a defender.
He's been kind of moving Borm around a little bit.
He has, yeah.
Whistle on the play, and it's going to go against Collinsville, so a free kick here from midfield for the Lancers as they try to get something going. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of tired kids in the Collinsville area tonight.
Yes, sir.
Long day at school, then right after school, they pretty much had to gather for the parade. School gets out at 2:30, and they wanted everybody to gather for the parade at 3:30 for the parade that started at 4:30. And now we're here playing soccer, and I know that there's going to be some tired kids. A lot of the football players are here down in the cheering section, cheering on the soccer team. Football team is going for their 7th win in a row tomorrow. Soccer team going for their 10th win in a row right now, and they're off to a pretty good start, 3-0. Here is Peterson. Gets it up to Mahat, and that ball ricochets off of a defender, back to Mahat, and then to Bodie. Bodie will just send it on back to Hensler. Hensler. A little chip up to midfield to Bodie. Bodie gets it to Crowder. Crowder has a goal and an assist here tonight. Assisted on the first goal of the game by Peterson, and then Crowder scored one of his own. The last goal that was scored. And we still have some time left on the board in case somebody else wants to join those three. 23 minutes and 45 seconds to be exact is what we have left. As the ball comes back to the defense for Belleville, that is Luke Bell. Bell sends it back to Mosley, and Mosley back to Bell. That's almost dangerous because Collinsville taking it over. Here is Null. He throws it up into the front of the box for Wade. Wade tries to do a little head fake, and the defense wasn't biting on it, so Wade sends it back to the midfielders, and Bodie takes over. Bodie sends it over here to no one.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why the ball boy has on the yellow vest so he doesn't mistake him for a teammate.
Substitutions number 4, Adam Reiniger, number 11, Sam Garofalo.
Reiniger and Garofalo come back into the game. 23 minutes to go here in this second half. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville. Season winding down. The volleyball seeds came out today. Lady Kahawks seeded number 7.
Wow.
Granite City was seeded number 8. And that schedule will come out tomorrow, and Collinsville is hosting regionals. So at least the Lady Kahawks will get to play a little playoff volleyball on their own court. Told them they need to make it to the regional championship game. just so I can, oh, that's close. Just so I can get out of parent-teacher conferences a little early.
There you go.
Corner kick coming up here for Collinsville. They're going to kick it, they're going to pass it. They're going to pass it to Mahat. Mahat sends the ball right into the front of the box, and Simpson punches it out of there with a double fist pump. And then it's sent right back and just wide by Jimmy Crowder. Excuse me. To Mosby. Mosby, in that first game back on September 16th, we called his name a lot. Haven't called his name here much tonight.
Not as much. I was talking to his dad before the game. I think he suffered a little bit of an injury the other night against West. He wasn't even sure he was going to be able to play tonight, but here he is.
Yeah. Another nice shot on goal there by Collinsville, and Simpson sends it back out into the night sky. Off of Compton. And a whistle will give the ball right back to Collinsville. That was almost a rare misplay there by Compton.
Doesn't happen too often, does it?
No, he rebounded, though, and came back for the ball. Hensler sends it over to Lorsbach, and Lorsbach right in front of his bench will just chip the ball up to midfield to Garofalo. And then back to the defense it goes. They'll let it roll all the way to Peril because he needs something to do. Now over to Lorsbach. Back over this way now for Hensler. You know, they can sit back here and do that as long as Belleville East lets them.
And they're going to let them all night
Yeah.
the way it looks.
Peterson, he'll send the ball up the near sideline. That's a nice little move there. Here's Reiniger. Reiniger on the right wing, looking, gets past one, gets past two, and sends the ball back out front for Bodie. Bodie chips the ball up for Gavin Null. Null couldn't hold on to it. Now a ball in front, and a shot, but a missed kick by Peterson. Sends a harmless roller right to Simpson. And Peterson didn't get anything on that ball. Got a toe. Now Peterson will have a throw in. Straight down for Reiniger. And a whistle will stop that momentum. We are halfway through the second half. 20 minutes down and just a little over 19 minutes to go. There is Null. Keeps the ball in bounds and has that spin on it. And it's going to belong to the Lancers. Well, we're about 24 hours almost removed from the heartache of last night's Cardinals loss. I hope everybody's feeling better.
Gosh, that was brutal, wasn't it?
Oh, man. I knew as soon as I saw that Reyes was coming in to pitch, I'm like, this is not going to end well.
Yep.
I was hoping I was wrong, but that was a heartbreaker. Because, you know, it was a really good start to the season for the St. Louis Cardinals. In the middle of the year was just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they finished with a flurry, and it was a real good end, and then a heartbreaking ending. Everybody was disappointed. But, you know, that was a good season. It was fun. I think 2022 looks bright for the St. Louis Cardinals. A couple of offseason acquisitions, they'll be fine. 18 and a half minutes to go here in this second half. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville. Trey Peterson gets the first half goal, and then Reiniger and Crowder score here in the second half. And a whistle. Free kick for the Lancers at midfield. All the way down into the box. And off of the head of one of the Lancer players, but it was going to go wide of the goal, and Peril comes out and takes care of it. He'll wait for everybody to move back upfield, and he'll send out a little pass to Lorsbach. Excuse me. Lorsbach over on the far sideline, sends it back to the middle for Compton. Hensler moves it up for Bodie. Bodie trying to spring free Null. Null over on the far side to Garofalo. Garofalo breaks away from the far sideline and then sends the ball out a little bit too far. He couldn't catch back up with it. Lancers send it back down. And Lorsbach will just chip the ball over to Compton. Compton back to Peril. And Peril will send it over here to Hensler. Blues preseason just about ready to wrap up. They have one final preseason game on Friday against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then a week from Friday, well, that's tomorrow actually, a week from tomorrow the season actually begins.
I'm ready for some hockey.
I am.
I know that's one of your favorite sports,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some Kahok hockey too. I didn't get to do any last year. One of the only sports I didn't get to do in the shortened COVID seasons, but that's because Collinsville had a brief COVID shutdown themselves.
Right.
And they just didn't play many games. They didn't get an opportunity to. We're all set this year, November 1st. That's game number 1. I told the hockey team, I'm like, will you guys quit scheduling your openers on my birthday, November the 5th? I said, my birthday's on a Friday this year, and I'd like to enjoy it. And here we are getting ready to go into football playoffs. And you know what? If we win that first playoff game, we're going to be playing on my birthday. I don't mind that, though, at all.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. You know, there's always next year. My birthday will be on a Saturday. 16 minutes to go.
I feel like this game has really slowed down
I do
over
too.
the last 10 minutes or so.
I looked up at the clock expecting to see like
I
7
know.
minutes left, and there's 15. And I was talking about the long day for the students. It's been a long day for me, too. Here's a bouncer that Simpson takes care of. 5:45 in the morning comes awfully early. It comes at 5:45 in the morning. Uh-oh. That was almost a turnover that almost cost the Lancers another goal, which they cannot afford to give up, down by 3. 15 and a half minutes to go here in this second half. Over on the far side. Into the game for the first time is Hugo Gonzalez. JV team won earlier tonight by a score of 3-1. Brandon Nygaard, Joey Morales, and Benny Peck all with goals. So both teams right now have scored 3 goals. Lancers, they scored a late goal in that JV game with about 2 minutes to go to make it 3-1.
Kahawks need a 4th.
I wouldn't mind. I'm okay with 3 as long as they don't give up one.
Yeah, we're controlling the ball really, really well.
I want to see Coach Louie get his shutout that he asked for a couple of times. Here's Compton, or excuse me, Mahat. He'll send the ball into the box. Allen jumps up to it. And boy, he had some spring on his feet there. He got up in the air high.
Yeah, he did.
Out to midfield it goes. That is Caden O'Connor. O'Connor comes back to midfield in the midfield circle with the ball being chased from behind by Reed Bycanic, who's into the game for the first time. And the ball gets sent over here to Luke Bell. Bell sends it up the line, and trying to chase it down was Stinnett, but he couldn't get there, and the ball ends up going out of bounds, and it belongs to Collinsville. Aiden Kaufman checks into the game. So Coach Loogie pulling off some of his younger players, give them an opportunity to get into this varsity action. There's Lorsbach. All the way over to the far side in front of the Lancers bench. Popped up into the offensive zone. Collinsville trying to track it down. Bycanic couldn't, and here is Hugo Gonzalez trying to as well. Right past Gavin Null, then it goes to Mosby, and Mosby takes it over to Allen. Allen sends it up the sideline in front of his own bench, and a whistle. Ball went out of bounds right in front of the Lancers bench. Back out to midfield for Mahat. I guess the weather is going to warm back up too, man.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 82 tomorrow, and then I think 88 on Saturday and up to 90 on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Last gasp of summer, I guess you could say. Back into the Collinsville defensive zone, and the defenders are back there holding strong. They don't let much get past them. Jackson Peril, has he faced a shot at all on goal?
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think he has. He's had a couple that's gone toward him, and he's got to come out and pick it up or kick it away, but I don't think he's had to make a hard save at all here tonight.
No.
Out to midfield it goes, and Bodie will send it over to the far side for Lorsbach. Lorsbach up that far sideline. Back over to Bodie. Bodie at midfield, sends it over here to Mahat. Into the box and gets right past Simpson, but not far enough for Bodie to advance on and put one in the net. 12 minutes to play here in this second half. Hensler battles and gets called. Free kick coming up here for the Lancers. It'll be from about 45 yards away. And it'll be Jack Tock who will take this free kick. Tock sends it into the front of the box. And back there using a head was Compton. Comes down. Lancers still trying to move it up. And Hugo Gonzalez gets spun around, and they're going to call that the opposite direction, though. And it's going to be another free kick here for the Lancers. Far side of the field. And this one will be from about 40 yards out. It's on the way. High, down, and wide.
That was close.
It was.
Calls substitution number 19, Braden Bourne. East substitution 23, Gavin English.
English comes back in for the Lancers. Bourne comes back in for Collinsville. As we approach 10 minutes left to go here in this second half, Collinsville leads 3-0. Looking like they are going to put another one in the win column, and if they do, it'd be number 10 in a row. And overall, win number 14. So only 4 other wins have taken place this year that's not part of this winning streak. Here's a shot toward the goal. That one's going high and wide. Under 10 minutes to go.
Clock is slowly ticking.
I thought so too, man. I'm like, did somebody slow things down here or what?
Pace of the play is slowed down.
Maybe
Everything
it's
is slowed down.
because we got started an hour later than normal, maybe. Used to starting at 6:30, and this one was after 7:30. Simpson sends the ball back out to midfield. All the way back to the defense. Lorsbach uses his head, gets it back up into Collinsville's offensive zone, but the Lancers take over after that. And Stinnett in a battle at midfield with Bicanic, and Stinnett lost that battle, helped out a little bit by Bodie sticking his leg in there. And now the Lancers get it back. Sent all the way up and past the Kahok defense. That ball will end up going out of bounds. And it'll be a throw in here for Lorsbach. He'll throw it into the box right in front of Peril to Compton. And then we had another whistle. Not sure why. It was all the way back here at midfield.
Mosley, looks like he's coming off.
East substitution number 3.
Enriquez comes back in again. Mosby to the bench, and he's going over to visit Amanda Bauer, the Collinsville athletic trainer, so I guess something did happen to him.
Yeah, he's pointing to his shoulder over there, and I believe that's what Dad was telling me he was having some issues with.
Looks like they're looking at his eyes.
Oh,
He gets something in his eye. You know, because these AstroTurf fields, they have those little black specks of rubber in them. Every once in a while, those things can end up in your eye. Here is Hensler. Send it over to Lorsbach. They could probably just kick the ball around in the defensive zone for the next 8 minutes.
Pretty much.
As the Lancers aren't applying much pressure to try to get the ball back. They wait for Collinsville to bring it up, and it goes up the line and right into the line judge there. Gavin Knoll tried to sneak it up the line and get another push into the offensive zone. English turns around with the ball, heads up field for the Lancers. Over on the far side, he'll send it over to Caden O'Connor. Out of bounds it goes. Throw in for Collinsville. Hugo Gonzalez over to Bicanic. Well, I only have one more regular season game left.
We doing the O'Fallon game?
Doing the O'Fallon game on Tuesday, yep. And then I believe Thursday is, a week from today is the season finale, but I'll be doing some girls volleyball that night. Hopefully we'll be involved in a winner-take-all Southwestern Conference Championship game Tuesday. How about that?
There you go.
That'd be
nice.
fun. Here's Mahat. Sends the ball up the sideline, right past Bodie, gives it to Borm. Borm sends it up, trying to spring free, read by Kanik. 6:45 left to play here in this second half. Time is winding down, and you can't count your chickens yet, man, after you hear that O'Fallon scored 3 goals in 3 minutes the other night. I'm not counting anything.
Right.
Over here on the near side, that is Yanger for Belleville East. Collinsville has it go off of a couple of players. Noggins, and now we have another substitution. Benny Peck, who scored a goal in the JV game, will come in. Braden Leonard checks back into the game for the Lancers, and out goes O'Connor. And Peck is going to come in and immediately have a throw in, and he takes the place of Bryson Bodie. Bodie played another good game.
Yeah, he did. He's solid in the middle, man.
Here's Borm. Out of bounds. So Collinsville gives up the ball, and a throw in coming up here for Luke Bell. Luke throws it up in the middle. It comes. Settled down by Mahat. Mahat will just send it back to the defense. Back to midfield, and Borm will send it back. Collinsville just keeps on playing it back to their defense because they're more interested right now in just watching the time tick off the clock than they are on scoring another goal. Over to Mahat. Mahat, right across the headdress of the logo. Over to the far side for Lowersbach, back to Mahat. Mahat puts a shoe into it. Sends the ball all the way up for Null. Null has the ball taken off of him. Comes back out to midfield. And Mahat sends it right back to where it came from, which is Gavin Null. And Null will send it over to the sideline for Lowersbach. Lowersbach in front of the Belleville East bench. Sends it farther up the line. And back over to this side. Trying to make it to Benny Peck. Didn't quite get there. Gonzalez will make sure that he keeps the ball going in the right direction. Not once, but twice, and almost 3 times.
Almost.
And now, here is Bicanic. He'll send it back to Mahat. And Mahat was looking for an opening. He wanted to shoot it from there. Over to Benny Peck. Peck sends it up for Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets tripped. And Collinsville will have a free kick from over here on this near side sideline. Kind of at an off angle, but we can get one of those benders in again. That'd be nice. It'll be Mahat who will put the ball down. And Mahat ready to go. And right toward the net. Ooh, that one almost. Oh, and then Simpson drops it. And then it's in.
Hensler gets
and
his
a
first
goal by Aiden Hensler. .354 left to play here in this second half. And Aiden Hensler picks up his second goal of the year.
Second goal. I don't remember the first one, but great job, Aiden.
Probably one of the games I didn't do. Was it at Blackburn College?
I can't remember. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
You're right.
So 4-0 in favor of Collinsville. Just under 4 minutes to go. That was a mistake by Caleb Simpson.
Yeah, a
He
rare one.
had his hands around that ball and let it pop back out. And Hensler didn't make the same mistake twice after he got another opportunity to strike that one. Jackson Perrell ready to throw the ball back out. He'll roll it over to the far side for Lowersbach. Got a little chilly.
It did. It's cooled off
Yeah.
noticeably here.
Yeah. Hensler gets the ball up to Mahat. Cafe Agape postgame show coming up at the conclusion of this one. Hopefully we'll get a visitor up here in the booth. And now Mahat back out to midfield. Over to Lorsbach, who sends it back to Compton. Compton, Lorsbach, and Hensler, I think, are the only three that have played this whole entire game.
You're exactly right. Coach Lugie doesn't sub that defense too much.
Up the line it goes. Lancers trying to look for at least a goal here before this game's over with. As they get it up to Stinnett. Stinnett was trying to feed Yanger over there, but just a little bit too far. Benny Peck will have a throw in. 2:20 left to play here in this one. Hawks. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they're going to win this game and it'll be their 10th in a row.
Pretty risky prediction there, Tom.
I know. Don't you think? We'll put some money on it.
Ooh, that one's.
I know. That was almost a giveaway there by Lorsbach, which would have been rare for him. All the way back it goes for Allen, and Allen will use his head to let it bounce over to Simpson. Under 2 minutes to go now. Simpson throws it out all the way up the line in front of his bench. He finds Gavin English. English almost got that ball taken off of his leg by Hugo Gonzalez, and Gonzalez does come away with it. Sends it back over into the middle now for Mahat. Mahat sends it over here for Peck. Benny. A little chip shot to Bicanic, right back to Benny, but it went in between his legs. He forgot to take the ball with him. A little miscommunication. Mahat, yeah, man. That dude's got some little moves, man. Just spins around and got his heel on that ball to kick it right through the defender's legs. There's another chance for Collinsville. No, with a shot. And Simpson with a save. It goes across the end line. Collinsville will have a corner kick here in the final minute of play of the second half.
Landon Mahat's really slick with that ball. He's the playmaker.
Yeah.
That's really what he is. That's his job, is to distribute the ball out of the middle, pick up a couple goals here or there, but his job is to be the assist man.
Mahat taking the corner kick from the far side. It's on the way, right out in front of the box, and the Lancers get ahead on it and keep it out of the box, sent back in, but immediately bounces off a defender, and then Allen will just send it across the track over to the far side concession stand. As we have 30 minutes left to play, 30 seconds, excuse me, left to play here in this one. I don't know. I don't want 30 more minutes, no. Back over to this side now for Hensler. Hensler right underneath our location. Collinsville can just pass it back to the defense for a minute if they want to, and they'll take care of the rest of the time. Down to the final 10. Hugo. Hugo. All around and over the end line, and that's going to do it anyway. Final buzzer sounds. Collinsville wins their 10th game in a row, and they win this one here tonight by a final score of 4-0. And this is what you want to see the final week of the season, man. Keep on pouring it on.
Keep on pouring it on. Collinsville strikes early, as I said in the beginning of the match, something they needed to do that they hadn't been doing well, and able to put 4 goals up on the board after 80 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll get you that clip one of these days.
All right, buddy.
All right, thank you. Brett Borm, thanks for helping us out there, sir. We appreciate that. As we make our way into the post-game program, brought to you by Cafe Agape. Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape, since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give them a call, 345-CAFE, 345-2233. We'll be back with the post-game coverage right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports
some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the KHOK Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the KHOK Sports Network and KHOKSports.com.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our K-Hawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a K-Hawk, always a K-Hawk. Hashtag K-Hawk Family. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a K-Hawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' K-Hawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight by a score of 4-0, and in the process, they pick up their 10th victory in a row. And joining us here on the post-game program is senior defender Aiden Hensler. How you doing there, sir?
I feel good. It was a good win tonight, and it's a good momentum shifter going into the last 4 games of the regular season and pushing for not only a conference title, but a good, start and momentum to go into the playoffs and hopefully get the job done there too.
How much fun are you having this year?
Oh, I'm having a blast. It is fun. We had a good group of guys last year. A lot of them returning players, and playing with those group of kids is always fun. We'll have our ups and we'll have our downs, but at the end of the day, we're always behind each other and we're always ready to go out there and play soccer and get the job done.
How cool is being in the middle of a 10-game winning streak?
Oh, it feels pretty nice. But we got to look past it and we got to keep winning games, because at the end of the day, we're only looking at one thing, and that's a state championship.
About 4 minutes left to go in the second half. You got on the board here with the last goal of the game. Talk us through it. What did you do?
Oh, man, I just knew, Landon Mahat playing the ball, and he's got a great foot, and he always tries to find a runner. He doesn't just kick it to kick it. And he placed a beautiful ball in, and, that's why you always got to back up the ball whenever the keeper goes after it, because there was a ball just right there, and I was able to get a foot on it and put it in the back of the net.
All right, man. And Tuesday, I know you guys don't want to look too far ahead because you got Father McGivney on Saturday.
Yeah.
But just humor me for a minute here. Tuesday, you're back here. You got O'Fallon coming in, and pretty much it's a winner-take-all for the Southwestern Conference. How do you see this going and the kind of work that it's going to take to get that done?
Well, I mean, like I said, with the 10-game winning streak going into this, we got to look past it. But at the same time, we've been playing really good soccer for the last couple of games. So if we can keep that, and defense can keep on doing their job and getting shutouts, and offense can put balls in the back of the net, I think we should have no problem taking another win and getting first place again in the conference.
You guys are making Jackson Perrell fall asleep back there, aren't you?
Yeah, he's pretty bored back there sometimes, but we make sure to include him whenever we do our celebration after we score, so get him awake a little bit.
That's awesome, man. Aiden Hensler, thanks very much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. That is Aiden Hensler, a senior defender for Collinsville. He scores the final of 4 goals here tonight. Trey Peterson gets the first one, and Adam Reiniger gets his team leading 11th, and Crowder chipped in as a goal as well. 3 goals in the second half after Peterson's goal in the first half. That's going to do it for us from here. Big thank you to all involved. Coach Lugie in the pregame show, Aiden Hensler here in the postgame show, and Mr. Brett Borm on the other microphone during the entire game. We'll be back here tomorrow. It's going to be another fun one. We got football for you. Homecoming night against Mount Zion. The Braves come in at 4-2 on the year. Collinsville looking to keep the winning streak going at 7-0. We'll be on the air at 6:40 with pregame coverage and kickoff at 7 o'clock. And until then, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone, have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.